Hey, I'm reloaded. You motherfuckers think you big time? Don't watch my man slop shot. You gonna die big time.
What's the word? It's your man Slop Shot you at the legendary One World Studios once again. I got East New York's finest. Please let the people know who you are, boss.
Yo, Macy Baby, ladies love me, niggas hate me, you feel me? New album on the way, Macy Baby on the way. Make sure y'all go tune into that. Amen.
Alright, so it's the album.
Yeah, it's the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, then, because I know you drop bodies of work, it's been EPs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How did we decide like this is an album?
So basically, everybody really know me from my mixtapes and shit, you feel me? Like, I've been dropping mixtapes probably like since 2018. So, how I really started off was, like, mixtapes and EPs was basically, city that never sleep. Man. That's how you know it's real. But look, though, now how it really happened, though, was like, I started rapping on SoundCloud and shit, you feel me? And from SoundCloud, I just gained, like, a following through, like, dropping a song here and there. And I was really just playing around with it to where everybody was like, yo, drop a tape. You know what I mean? So I just started dropping tapes on some just to keep me relevant and in the loop. That's before I even knew about shooting videos and all that. So now that I'm more like established and I got a team behind me and stuff like that, that's what made this an album. You know what I'm saying? So it's like really a put together body of work.
Alright, so explain the team, because I see rolling with JY.
Yeah, shout out JY.
Exactly. Cool. I met you, Vok. We used to do like concerts together, like little, not even little. We had like big headliners, you know what I'm saying? Me, Vok, and JY and shit like that. And Vok used to always pump your shit. So that's how I
So basically, the thing behind that was basically Vok introduced me to JY, right?
Okay.
JY is my A&R. Vok used to be my manager. You know what I'm saying? Like back when he had like the whole Culture Bit thing going on, there was me, 22Gs, Busy Banks, Shawnee Ben Laden, a couple of us. You know what I'm saying?
Native Dancer.
Native Dancer, yeah. So he had like a whole thing going on. So basically, what that was around that time was he was my manager. So the funny thing about that, a lot of people thought I was signed to him. So they like when like I'm gonna break down the whole story to you, but basically they thought I was signed to him. So basically what happened was Vok had met me through a song that I had dropped called Zuvi. I dropped it on Raps and Hustle. Shout out Raps and Hustle too. Like they threw my video up and all that. But around that time when I was doing the mixtapes and shit like that, people was like, yo, bro, why you not dropping no more videos? Or like, no, not no more. Why you not dropping videos, period? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm just dropping the music. So I feel like Zuvi really went so crazy because that was the first time I really dropped like a actual video that was, feel me, to where it's like everybody see it, they like the song, shit like that. So Vok ended up finding me through that. And then the crazy story about that was he was DMing me and shit. And I don't really check my DMs like that because like if I can show you my shit like all broken up and shit. But he was DMing me. He was like, yo, I'm trying to get in contact with this kid. He ended up seeing my mans in the Def Jam meeting and shit. He was like, I asked him, like, yo, bro, like, you want a meeting? So he was like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, who the fuck not going to want a meeting? You know what I'm saying? In the meeting, whatever, he ended up playing the song that I'm on. The song came on. He was like, yo, that's the Masio Gunz kid? He was like, yeah. He was like, yo, bro, I've been looking for him. Yo, tell him answer his DMs, this, and the third. Answer my DMs. Probably like a day later, I had to do my action around, like, yo, he a good nigga, shit like that, you feel me? Did that. Ended up finding out he was a good nigga. Called him. He was like, yo, bro, link up with me. I got it. A label meeting for you. I'm trying to get you a deal, whatever. That's how the first Def Jam situation had came. You know what I'm saying? So through that, as time went on and stuff like that, whatever happened. But probably like 3 years ago, New Year's, I had met JY. He had took me to JY crib for a New Year's party. You know what I'm saying? And then from that day, I knew JY. I didn't remember who he was until time went by. He reintroduced me into him for me. And then that's how I ended up getting with Monarch now. So that's the whole team situation and shit. So it's like a lot that went on behind the scenes that people don't really be knowing about.
It's true, you rolled up in his crib with like 20 hooligans.
Yo, yeah, when he said that, I pulled up with the whole gang. I ain't even gonna lie, cause and I'm on like yo, it's a New Year's party, so I'm like, alright, back party. Yeah, I'm lit. I'm filling up with the guys. But the thing about that is though, like that used to be my MO. Like around like 2020, 21, you could ask Manhattan Beach Studios. I used to pull up with like 30 niggas to the point to where the owner of Manhattan Beach Studios would be like, yo, Masio, 10 people today. Like, you can't bring everybody else. I be trying to bring my whole home.
Yeah, man. And so, what you call it? So, but what happened with the Def Jam situation? Because we do know that you did get that was a situation at a point in time.
Yeah, it was a situation. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad we even talking about this shit because it'd be so much confusing and I never spoke on it and there was so much going on. So basically, what the Def Jam situation was around like 2019. I had got signed. The person who signed my deal was Paul Rosenberg. I think that's his name, right? Yeah, Paul Rosenberg. He was the he was the head of Def Jam at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was the last deal he signed off on. Right before he left Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? So he left Def Jam, then they was going through the whole rebuilding process, and then I think they got another head. So the A&R that I had when I was with Def Jam, he ended up leaving and going to Sony. Then I ended up getting appointed another A&R. But then by the time I got the third A&R, COVID had hit. I was probably like around March, something like March 2020 or something like that. So, you know, building shut down, straight lockdown, nobody can do nothing, it wasn't no work. And I'm in the midst of a rebuilding label. So, with all of that going on, whatever the case may be, I was just on some like, all right, bet, cool, like, I'm about to just thug it out and do it myself. So, a lot of the things that people thought, like, the label was doing for me, or like videos that was getting shot or anything that I was doing around that time, they thought that was the label. It was really me doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, because I didn't have nobody, like, I never even put out a project with them, like a single, none of that. Like, I didn't put out no music with them because it was closed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what you about to say?
No, I was going to ask, like, how does that feel, like, you know, being, like, in flux? Because I think everybody goes, like, their whole music, Def Jam. That, you know, that's you know, that's old. That's DMX. You understand what I'm saying?
Like, yo,
yeah. So, you have that, but now your shit is, like, in limbo and stuff like that. Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah. So, what's going through your head around the time where you are on your second, then your third A&R? What's going through your head?
Around that time, I was more so thinking, like, should I, like, wait it out? Or should I, like, try to see, like, if I could do something else? Because my main thing was, like how you said, like, I'm signed to Def Jam. You might not ever get signed to Def Jam again. You might not get a deal, period, again. You know what I'm saying? So, it was that part of it, but then it was, like, the talks. Like I said, the rumors. Like, I was hearing shit like, oh, yeah, he fucked up. He spent all his money, or he did this, or he did that, or they dropped him, or they shelved him. They don't want to put out his music because he whack. I started hearing so much shit to where it's like, man, fuck out of here. Like, I'm about to show y'all, like, I could do this shit without no label or whatever. You feel me? So, I ended up coming up with the idea with my lawyer to be on some, like, yo, we about to just, like, I want to get myself released. Like, asking for the release papers because they never dropped a single with me. So, it's really like I just got signed. Yeah. And then I was just there.
Yeah, facts. No, I mean,
so,
yeah.
What you about to say?
No, I mean, because I could say, like, myself, from what I noticed when I was with All Hip Hop going through a Def Jam event, it seemed wild chaotic, and so it seemed like they was putting most of their energy on legacy acts, and it was hard, they wasn't breaking too many new acts. Like, everything was probably going.
Like, I give them, like, shout out to Def Jam too, because they ain't like no soda on them or nothing like that, but it was just like a crazy time. And like, I say what they was doing, to piggyback on what you said, like, it was something like they put me like on a podcast, but it was like what was the podcast about to do? Like, I'm sitting here around that time, I'm one of the littest artists from my side of East New York. Like, so now where I come from, I'm from East New York. If anybody knows, like, the Brooklyn geographic, East New York is in the back of East New York. So everybody hear about Flatbush, Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, because that's in the front. That's closer to the city. East New York is literally in the back, and we the hood that's next to Queens, right before you get to Queens. You know what I'm saying?
Right, JFK.
Yeah, so nobody really talks about, that's what they talk about East New York. Like, oh yeah, JFK, I gotta go over there. But nobody really goes over there. Yeah, pen track, you know what I mean? So they don't really talk about it like that. So me being the one that gets signed to Def Jam from being from there, it's like, y'all got one of the hardest artists that's doing numbers and all of that, and then it's like, y'all putting me on a podcast. You know what I mean? So that's why in my mind it was more songs. I'm like, alright, but cool. Like, it's too much rebuilding going on, and it's like I could wait it out and see what's going on, but it's like it'd be best for me to just leave and just go independent, which kind of was a blessing in disguise. But like, if you're not a person that could like deal with that, it's like you really starting from ground zero all over again.
What is there to deal with?
It's like you got to deal with people. Like I said before, you got to deal with the rumors. You got to deal with people thinking like, oh, you fell off. You got to think with like everything that I was doing around that time. Like, let me give you an example. Like I heard some shit before. Like like, yo, like I said before, he spent all his money for his budget, so that's why he can't put out no videos. Whole time I ain't putting out no damn videos because it's just coming out of pocket again. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting here.
But this, you were on Def Jam when these things when you coming out of pocket at this time,
like right around like the end of it.
Okay, like so because sometimes they'll tell you like hold up on the music and stuff like that. They'll put a block on artists. Ever since like I realized like since the blog era days where artists used to get around the label by just releasing free music.
Yeah,
labels was like they got hip to that shit and they was like nah, everything is under our control.
Now see the thing about that. So now. It was like, this is like towards the end of it, but the thing with that was, they wasn't ever really telling me I can't drop music, but Vok was more so on some like, yo, let's see what they doing, because around that time, me and HITMAKA ended up linking up and we ended up doing like a whole album together, which is this album too, you know what I'm saying? He's still executive producing my album, but that was the like initial album, you know what I'm saying? So compare my situation to kind of like a 50 Cent situation. Remember how he was with Columbia?
Yeah.
Got shot, they let him go, and then he ended up finding Eminem?
Yeah.
Eminem ended up finding him. It was the same exact situation. So mine was more so on some like, Bob was telling me like, yo, just wait to see what they gonna do. They gonna put the album out once everything gets sturdy. But it was taking a little bit long. So at that time, no music was coming out. So the main thing me and Bob joke about is like, yo, we should have just been dropping music that whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it is what it is now, because now it's like I done had time to grow as an artist. The sound that I had back then is not the sound I got now. Like I got way better. I understand my music a little bit more. So that little time that I had was kind of almost like artist development in a way, and it kind of helped me with this album. But around that time, it wasn't even like they was stopping my music or nothing like that. It was just we didn't know what to do. Like we was trying to wait for them to drop the album, put it together, and then a part of me is on some like, yo, I'm about to just dip and just try to do this shit independent. That's how that went.
So around that time, it was heavy on the drill era and stuff like that. So while you did have the elements in your music, you still kind of separated yourself from everything else that was out there. Now, fast forward to 2024, we do have the sexy drill and stuff of that nature. While you was one of the first people singing about the ladies, do you feel like you fit into today's landscape a little bit better?
Yeah, it's like if you know, you know. Like if you go on SoundCloud, it ain't no cap in my rap. So everything I say, you can fact check it. But if you go to my SoundCloud, my first song was a song called Again. That was the song that like let people know that, oh nah, he's a nice rapper. And I was singing on it. I was singing for females. The reason why I sing for females is because I like females. Like I don't want to rap about niggas over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, word, bro. Like it's, you know it, but the shit with the drill rap shit that like when I drill rap, it wasn't unfamiliar to people because people know where I really come from. So it's not no cap in that neither. So it's like I'm a person that could really make a drill song and niggas not looking at me like, oh, he lying, you know, he not because if you ask my hood, they know what's up, they know what's going on, they know where I come from. But with the sexy drill thing now, it's fire because I feel like around the time that I dropped Again and all of that, they wasn't really appreciating like music like that. Yeah, it's kind of like I was doing it before everybody was doing it. So now that it's cool to do it now, I'm like, I ain't bet finally because I was waiting for niggas like shit. I'm sitting here rapping everybody. Yeah, I'm sitting here rapping about girls. That niggas like, oh, this shit's soft. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, feel me? So now I feel like it's kind of cool that it's going back to that. But now I feel like it's like in a space to where it's like both. Like you can drill rap in. It's like a space for everything now. You know what I'm saying? So
how you link with HITMAKA?
So HITMAKA. This is crazy too. Look, so shout out my son Busy on Busy Fink. So the session was really for him. He was in Miami, right? This is around like the time with you know, definitely a situation, whatever. This is when we first figuring it out, like, yo, what we gonna do with the album or how we gonna put it together, an album, shit like that. So my son Busy had a session with HITMAKA, whatever. We was all in Miami together, just chilling. He ended up going to the session. He's like, yo, pull up to the session. I pulls up. I meet HITMAKA. I ain't even really know who he was around the time. You feel me? So everybody start pulling me on like, nah, he the one who behind all the like hot records and shit like that. They start telling me records. So I'm like, oh, I bet, cool. So he in the studio, he playing mad shit. So Busy's on some like, I feel like you will fuck with this mix. Like I want you to do this one. So I'm like, I bet, cool. So we recorded the first song like me and Busy. Shout out Juki too. He ended up throwing it on his Who's Next mixtape. But that's the song I'm talking about. So
okay.
Yeah, so we ended up recording that song and then HITMAKA heard it. He's like, nah, you fired. We like, why the fuck I never heard heard about you before. I'm like, I don't know, but he's like, oh, cool. He ended up talking about. He's like, nah, I'll do a whole project with the young boy. Like for me, like he fire or whatever. And then that's how our relationship ended up starting from there. And then we just end up locking in the studio, and then everything grew. You know what I'm saying?
How does being that you revealing that, how does that music sound? Being that we ain't really get to hear it yet.
What you mean?
Like the music with Hitmaker, like how would you describe it?
Shit, it's like pain, bro. It's like because nobody ever heard it. I done heard it like a million times. So to me, I'm like a perfectionist. I'm trying to like always top myself, but it's good music. Like it's real quality music. I'm not one of them artists that just don't say like nothing in their music, or they just be saying like what, you know what I'm saying? Like you got some like mumble rap. Like that's what they be saying. Like mumble rapping and not. Like I make sure every song has a topic or
content.
It got substance or something. You know what I'm saying? My mom told me that. She was like, "Yo, just make sure whatever music you make, people can feel it." You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always put that in my music. But the songs with Hitmaker, like it's fire. Like I'm not gonna say. I can't even really explain it. I just know like it's fire, and if you take a chance to really dive into it and listen to it, you're gonna get what I'm saying. I'm like, why? But this is different.
So you got the single with Jeremiah?
Yeah, shout out Jeremiah too. I got the single with Jeremiah, Don't Panic. That's out now. That was basically just like the start off. Like that's the party record right there.
Okay.
And when, you know what's funny about that, I'm gonna give you like a little spoiler or like a little secret. The video says official music video. It's not the video. It's really a visualizer.
It's a visualizer. Okay.
So everyone texted me. They was like, "Yo, watch Jeremiah in the video." Yo, what happened? It's the visualizer. They just messed up, and it was, you know. That's what that is. But shout out Jeremiah though.
So we are expecting an official video for it?
Yeah, we could expect that soon. Like as time go by. You know, I'm working on mad stuff right now, so we got a whole bunch of videos coming out. We got One For Me on the way. We got Sex Potion featuring Honey Baby on the way. We got a lot of records. So.
Okay. So Honey Baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot going on.
So what you call it? So obviously now there's motion. You know, you sat a little bit on Def Jam and stuff like that. Do you still hear the rumors?
Hell yeah. Man, rumors. It be the point where I have to clarify it. People really don't know what's going on. But what I had to realize was I never said nothing about it. Like I never spoke about it. I never put it out there like, yo, this is what's going on in my situation. So that's when I really started learning. It's like, oh, this is what it's like to be like signed. And then that's when I really started taking the music a little bit more serious on that end. Because I always, like me, I'm going to do music regardless. Like regardless if I'm fucking 40, 50, I may not put it out, but I'm going to do music. Like I'm a studio junkie. Everybody knows this about me. Like if you really know me personally. So it wasn't so much about the music. It was like everything that came with it. So when I got signed, I was just saying mad stuff. They was like, yo, I got a story for you. Like I lost my chain in Miami, chilling at this bitch crib, well, female crib. Sorry, but I was chilling with her and shit. And I had lost my chain. I was like staying in the crib. I was moving around doing mad shit. Like for me, I wasn't like really staying with her, but you know what I'm saying. Shorty, I was rocking with her at the time. I ended up losing my shit, and I come back to the town. They like, oh yeah, he pawned his chain so he can get the money because. He don't got no money from the Def Jam situation. And I'm just looking at niggas. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, if you know what really went on, you wouldn't even be. You would feel stupid.
That's like right above on your PS5.
You get what I'm saying, bro? It's like if you down, and I never sold my PS5. I never sold no PlayStation. So it's like, bro, you think I'm gonna sell that? You crazy, but I'm not the type to really like put everything. Like I came, like it was a time in my life, like when I was like 18 and all that. I used to like let a lot of things like
just slide.
It's not slide, like really get to me. Yeah. So I'll be on the live and when I was like 17, 18, because it's like the internet, all is new. It's kind of new. It's not people haven't been doing this. It's like really new. So all that live arguing back and forth with people and all that. I used to fake do that when I was like 17. So I grew out of that. Like I'm 24 now. I'm about to be 25. You know what I mean? So a lot of shit like that. I'm like, I'm not about to explain myself on the media for nobody so I could get child validation to some shit that I know is true. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like I fell back over a bit, but then as I fell back, I feel like now it's like it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't. Cause
it get louder.
It get louder. So now if you don't say nothing, it's like, yo, boy, y'all really think this? Or if it go on long enough, then they'll just be like, all right, that's what it is. We ain't even worry about it no more. So sometimes you kind of got to clarify it and shit like that. But that's what I really learned about that.
That's really like artist development. So that's the media part of it.
You have to every stage of it, bro. And that's why I said it's kind of a blessing and a curse because when I got signed, I just got signed. I had a hot song that was going crazy. Dude was going crazy, and I just got signed, and I got in the door. So I didn't know that's what this shit was.
You know what to expect.
Yeah, I didn't know what it is. But now I do. So now I be more so like kind of seasoned to it. But before I was like, nah, it's crazy. Like, it was really bothering me. Like, I went through a time to where it was like, what? Like, end of 2020. Yeah, end of 2022 to 2023, I wasn't dropping no music. I fake I didn't want to do music no more. So it's like, that's why people that wasn't to me, they kind of probably forgot or thought I stopped because I wasn't even trying to drop music.
No, I definitely thought you stopped.
Yeah,
bro. Thought you
nah,
so
I wasn't even really with it because I'm like, people looking at me as a fuck up.
You messed up the deal.
Yeah, so I'm like, I bet, like I'm about to just go back to what I've been doing, like what I know best. You know what I'm saying? Cause
like that sound like a nigga with hoop dreams. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So when like it really had to snap in, like I had people telling me like, bro, you're bugging, bro. Like even like high up people that in the doors or in the industry, like already that I be talking to, they like, yo, you bugging, like. You ain't even do nothing yet. Like, you just getting started. But to me, I feel like, yo, I've been driving shit on SoundCloud. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I'm supposed to be on. Yeah, I'm supposed to be on already. Like, that's crazy because that's the intro name to my first song on the album too, Young Vet. But yeah, that's how I felt. Like, I'm supposed to have been on already. Like, but that's how I really learned. Like I said, that's what this shit is. Like, you feel me? You got times where they love you, they got times where they hate you, you got times where you gotta prove yourself again, you got times where they understand that you proved yourself. So I was going through all of that, but I'm like, man, I ain't even trying to do this music shit no more. I'm about to just be a regular nigga, and get money.
Ain't nothing, but the thing is with that, ain't no more embarrassing than that. Like when you had to do, because everybody always know what they would have did if they was you.
If they was me,
yeah. Everybody in their mind know what
I would have had to do.
Yeah.
Yo, I would have did this, I would have did that.
Niggas would have never seen me around. You still yo no more.
And it's like I'm always gonna go to the East because that's my hood, bro. Like I'm not going nothing. People see me.
You a real nigga. I moved out of there. And it makes sense. You a real nigga. You a real nigga.
Now I don't blame you. You're not Miami, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from there. People that I like my sandwiches from the corner store certain ways. Like I might go somewhere else and they don't make it the same way. I want to go to my specific store. But I heard all that, like, yo, they were like, yo, he's still selling the hood. He be with all his niggas. His niggas around him. They was the reason why he didn't get on and all of that. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, bro, I left. Like I left because it wasn't nothing going on. Or it wasn't moving for me the way it was supposed to move. But when you the nigga that niggas like, oh yeah, he fucked up and he did this, he did that. It's like they kind of treat you a little bit different. Like I seen, mind you, I had a daughter. My daughter was just being born around that time. Like my baby mom was pregnant. It was just mad stuff like at one that was going on. So when everything stopped and people would come up to me, I seen it different to where a nigga would come up to me and be like, yo, big bro. Yo, yeah, you got the city, bro. I understand the third to niggas on some like treat me like a regular nigga, like yo, yeah, son, he fucked up.
You ain't even saying your name at Gersh no more.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, they always gonna say my name. But the East, that's why I love my hood though. The East always gonna give me love. But like certain shit, they was just like, I feel like they counted me out, like they doubted me and shit like that. So that's why a lot of my times in my music, you'll hear me say like, yo, they counted me out. I did like this, that, and the third. Like I'll put it in my music, and that's the thing about music too. Like that's my therapy. So if I'm feeling the way I got something on my chest, like I'm gonna say it in my music. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So now, the whole situation with J.I. and stuff like that. How was he able to get you remotivated to do music? Because like you said, at one point you were done with it.
Like I said, he was the one that told me. He was like, you fucking. He's like, you got a whole thing of music, like a catalog of music that nobody heard yet. And I'm thinking just because New York can't hear it, that the world is not bigger than New York. And he really just opened my eyes up to that. He was just like, nah, we gonna do it like this. We gonna set up a plan for it, and all the new music that you've been making, we gonna put that with the songs that people haven't heard yet, and just make it to one big thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's
what the album is.
Yeah, not really all that, because majority of the album is new music, but like for example, Panic is out. Panic is like 3 years old. Okay. But when it came out, everybody thought about it like, yo, this shit is fire, whatever. So that alone, like, that's my first single. I'm like, alright, he not lying. Like he got
you can do some
there's a truth to what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Then, I got the whole team with it. Like it's my first time really having like a whole team behind me. Like, you know what I'm saying? As in believing in the music and wanting to push the music. And the thing about Monarch is I'm still independent. So I'm not really signed to a major label. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Distribution.
It's a distribution, you know what I'm saying? So before people get that misconstrued, like, oh yeah, he signed another deal. No, it's a distribution, and you know what I'm saying. I got JY my A&R. You know what I'm saying? So he just helped me around the ropes or whatever the case may be. Like he do a lot for what he is. So for the situation, but he do way more than that. Like that's really a good friend of mine.
That's smart. Yeah. All right. So what's the difference between a major and an independent?
So a major is basically like if you sign to a major label, when let's say for example, I could use Madison, but I'm gonna use a project, right? You drop a project, if they give you $1 million, right? You'll probably get $500,000 of your $1 million, right? After the $500,000, you supposed to spend that to make your album sell like $1 million album would sell, right? That's not what happens to a lot of people. What they do is they take the $500,000. Oh yeah, I'm thinking wow, that's 93rd, right? And then now the album comes out. Regardless of what you made, some things may work, some things may not work. Don't know, depending on the type of artist that you are. But now you drop your album, and this is just my definition. I don't know everybody else's definition, but when I look at labels, this is how I look at it based off of my situation. So now you drop your album, boom, it doesn't sound like $1 million album, or it doesn't sell the criteria of records that it's supposed to sell, right? Label will show you. And then they put you in a red and they be like, oh, you gotta do this, do that, or you gotta promote the album, or you gotta make all this money back. But an independent label is more so on some a little bit more freedom to where it's like they're helping you create what you like. Let's say if I'm a person that wanted to do alternative rap, drill, sexy, whatever music, whatever genre I want to make, they're not holding me on. You have to sell this amount of records and be this type of star and wear this and do this and in order for us to promote you as a label and be. They're not really doing that. They're really on something like, oh, okay, this is what you putting out. We're gonna push the music. We're gonna distribute it for you, and then all you gotta do is promote it the way you want to promote it, or go about it the way you want to go about it. Like, you know, we're not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, we kill niggas and we do this all day. You know what I'm saying? It's still gotta be presentable, but that's my definition of it. Like what it is to me. Like,
how do you make money? Because like so with the major, they giving you the money.
It's the same thing. Like they still give you bread. Like I mean, I ain't struggling.
I'm not. But I'm saying like for a future artist that would like to know which path to pick and stuff like that,
you get more like percentages and ownership of your music depending on how you set up your deal. So with me, I get a good percentage of like my music. Like they take what they take, you know what I'm saying, as they should. It's business at the end of the day, so they always gonna get a part of something, you feel me? But it's not like a 360, like, you know what I'm saying? And I never even signed to a 360. I heard that too. I got signed to a 360. The more I'm talking to you, the more you start to remember. Yeah, word. Shit. What's the say? He said that shit corrupt me. But now, yeah, you just get more percentages of your shit. You feel me? Like I get more percentages of what I do. I get like a higher royalty rate, stuff like that. Like with a major, they'll take majority of it because they're giving you a lot of the money up front. They're not giving you a chance to make the money back. When you make the money back, they taking the money.
And they recoup it immediately.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that either. Like a lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm not a nigga that's gonna be like against the label. Like, yo, don't sign. Cause you supposed to sign like that.
It's a trick because they have more rooms they gonna put you in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so the room that it may take you a year and a half, 2 years to get to being independent. A major may get you in that room in a year. Yeah, it's just based off what you want to do and where you see your career going. Me personally, I've just felt like if I would have took this route to begin with, it probably would have worked out like a little different for me because I was doing the independent anyway with the major label behind me. I told you it wasn't nothing for them to do. It wasn't nobody in the offices. I didn't have no team or whatever. So I felt like I was doing it like that anyway. So now I got an independent team around me. It's like, all right, but cool. I'd rather just do this. This will work for me. For real. Like,
so I don't see too many superstars left in music. You understand what I'm saying? All of the superstars at this point are probably like older. You know, like they're my age at this point, right?
Like the big superstars.
Yeah, the people that's gonna sell like pop artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know? Can you think of the reason why it's like that at this point?
Because they not really paying attention to the talent. They paying attention to who got the highest TikTok views or the most followers or the most engagement.
Labels and stuff.
Just the world, the music world in general. You got real music lovers, and you got people that chase like the clout and the popularity. So with the bigger artists, it was different. You it's changing every day. So the bigger artists had time to where like it wasn't, you didn't have to put your music on Spotify, iTunes, and all that. At one point, you had CDs that you had people go in the store and buy. And
walk and go get them.
Yeah, and if somebody really likes your music, they're gonna walk and go buy your CD. Now it's like you gotta stream, you gotta download it, but then you got 5 different streaming apps, and then you may be lit on this one app, but then the next app didn't really get that much engagement. So now you gotta figure out how to get engagement on that or build it up. So I feel like with the older artists, they had more time to really like basically blow up. Like it was easy for them to blow up. Now it's kind of like harder because now you got to really grab their attention now, and it's like you got 1 million people trying to do the same thing. So and then with the 1 million people doing the same thing, they not even really looking at the people that really know how to sing. Like I know like other artists that's like in deals and signed and all of that stuff that's really talented, and they probably don't even got over 50,000 followers. But then somebody, I'm not going to say, I'm not hating on nobody, but then you got somebody that I know as a musician is less talented, and they'll probably have 300K, 400K, and then they're going crazy just because of like the popularity factor of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot messed up with it right now.
I got you. So is the goal for you to make money out of this, or is it to be a superstar?
I want to do both, because, you know, I still got to feed my family. I got a 4-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to make the money out of it, but like my thing is more so like a legacy. Like I want to leave a legacy, like on some like, all right, bet he chose to make the music that he wants to make, and it's good music, and we appreciate him for that. Yes. That's my thing. If the money comes along with it, then it comes along with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really pressed because I'm gonna get money regardless. You know what I'm saying? But you can go if it ain't working, go get a job. I ain't gonna be 50 rapping. You feel me? So.
All right, man. And plug it, y'all. What's some of the features you got on this project, man? I know, like I said, we had Jeremiah on the first one. Yeah. You said Honey Baby. What else?
Shout out to Honey Baby. I got Honey Baby on there. I got my son Ronnie on there. I got Jeremiah on there. It's a couple other people too. We just trying to like get it finalized. So once it's finalized, I'm gonna know for sure. But as of right now, it's looking heavy.
Okay. I'm excited to hear that. Who you feeling from the town right now?
I ain't gonna lie, I really don't be listening to time music like that no more, bro.
What you be listening to?
Like, I listen to, like, Michael Jackson and shit, bro.
Oldies at this point.
Yeah, I mean, from the times, I say, like, yeah, oldies, like, I say, like, I listen to A Boogie, like, I fuck with A Boogie. A Boogie kind of, like, influenced me a little bit because he had a crazy wave. Like, he was another one that, like, kind of made it cool to, like, sing rap. Yeah. I fuck with Dirk a lot. For me, like, niggas like corny, shit like that. Like, certain music I do tune into, but as far as, like, what I listen to on a regular, bro, I listen to, like, other music, bro. Like, I'm a music fiend, so I might be listening to jazz one day, just a whole day full of jazz. I listen to, like, 1970 music, and it may sound weird, but the reason why I do it is because, like, I feel like I'm a creative, so I be trying to sound different from everybody else. So I feel like if I keep listening to everything that's going on right now, I'm gonna fall into that pocket.
Sound the same.
Yeah, so it's not nothing like against nobody. It's just like my preference. I want to listen to things that give me other ideas. I listen to like a whole rock album or something like that. But then when I go in the studio, they may come off a different way, but I'm still gonna rap. I'm not
like
gonna
a little bit of elements from it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I be on.
Fine, man. Yo, thanks. This was fire, man. I'm glad to see you back doing your thing, man.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Make sure you get that album, man. I'm telling you, that shit gonna be fire,
excited. I'm excited to hear it, man. Shout out to your whole new situation. Shout out to everybody at Monarch. That was a dope dinner, man.
Yeah, shout out to Monarch. Shout out to all my peoples, man. Shout out to East New York. Shout out to Boulevard Houses being in the building, man. We going up.
You the question. I was the question. I was in London. Yeah. Facts.
And that's crazy. The whole time you right in the building where we know, like, bro, we don't even know, son.
Hey, man. Once again, man. Wait, RP Foot, man.
Yeah, RP Foot, word. That's a legend. That's a legend. Big Brown, word. RP Halls, man. RP all the legends. RP my son Zach. Word, rest up the guys, free the guys, man. We in the building, you heard?
It's your man Slapshot. You once again at One World Studio. T behind the camera as usual. And we out, man.